Like you got people who are parents here, you got people who have come to their first ever rave, people who come with their parents to their first ever rave. I think that's what raving's about. It's about bringing a group of people together who necessarily shouldn't be together, but they all love it because they want to be there and want to be in the music. Yeah.
So we actually met at Bedlam Ball, like at the festival.
Oh, go on, you actually met at Bedlam Ball, Lost!
I love it. It's a real special little community, and I think they're really putting unity in community.
I couldn't ask for anyone more supportive. Like for anyone who's a young DJ like me, to have someone like that come along.
That's what it's all about. The culture's about having a dance, letting yourself free. You know, meeting new people, just having fun, having a laugh. You know, that's what it's all about.
Okay, we're here in Plymouth with Angry Guy from Falling Down. How are you feeling, Angry Guy?
I almost fell down.
I gotta say, my favourite thing though is your hat. I really like that hat. I don't think that's part of the actual costume at all. I just like a hat and I like the texture of that.
So, hats don't find me. I find hats.
Nah, you got it the wrong way around, bro.
One more thing.
So it's cool, like almost the sound system is like the main focus.
That is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's wicked.
Yeah. That's precisely what it is. We've kind of gone for like that old school kind of vibe where the sound system is the main focus and people are there to really get lost in the sound.
Yeah.
But with a new school focus on having a bit more effort in the decor of like what you class as an underground event.
Yeah. I bet you get loads of people just facing the rig, just
Sometimes.
properly, just losing themselves in the sound. Yeah. We're at the Bedlam Ball. We've been talking about this since I started speaking to you, really, since I first interviewed you in 2022.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah. Like it's going a long way back now. It's crazy how long we've been doing this.
It all came about after COVID, didn't it?
It did. Yeah. Like I mean, we had a little party like in a little field in a little farm, and came up with a sort of idea of going back there and doing a little mini festival, and then that just developed like into kind of, yeah, should we try 100 club nights as well? Right?
You've been part of the Bedlam Ball since day one.
Yeah, part of it since day one. Part of the friend group. You know, like it's just grown from a group of friends to this now. And the thing that I think is important about Bedlam Balls is that, you know, the first time we did it, it was all your mates. Oh, it was just mates, see your friends. But I walked through here, I went to half the people. Like, that's how it's grown. It's grown organically without us pushing it or anything like that. I think it's brilliant. And it's quite rare in Plymouth for what's happening. There's no nights for just coming out and having a good time without, you know, having to see a big person. So, you know, like, and that's Bedlam Ball's about, bringing in new people all the time, different people. I think it's quality, you know, yeah.
Congratulations, you managed to perform that whole set with a mask on.
I know. I could barely see, but you know, I can still know how to twist my knobs and do flick my faders, you know.
Oh, perfect. How long has the Bedlam Ball been part of your life?
So I recently met Josh at a festival, so I won a competition, a DJ competition. So met him, he invited me to the festival, had a little set at the festival, and then all of a sudden, yeah, he's made me a resident DJ for them. We used to run our own sound system, barn-on sound system. We've been in with the free pie, you know, sort of scene, underground scene, just pumping the vibes out, really, just fucking playing good music.
And that's really interesting you say that, because I kind of thought, like, when I last chatted to Ollie, really, and his description of the Bedlam Ball sounded like a free party epic, like.
That vibe that we create for the festival, which is really just a vibe that says you are free to be. You are free to be. Like, just as long as you're not a nuisance to anyone else, you are free to be and express yourself the way you should be. And it makes people feel welcome, it makes people feel like they can be a part of something, and it makes people return, but not just for the nights, but because it becomes a community.
So, I'm Max, I'm from Cornwall. I'm a DJ, my DJ name is Bucks. I've been made a resident for Bedlam Ball, and I've got a lot to say about them, a lot of good things to say about them. Yeah.
Cool. So you're like 19, so are these like Bedlam Ball, are they responsible for you kind of getting into raving?
Yeah, so I did my first ever set. Someone I know took me on for a little event they were doing. Ollie, who's a big part of a Bedlam Ball, he heard my set, he was supplying the rig for the night, heard what I was doing, came up to me, he was like, I hear what you're doing, I like what you're doing, I like that it's a little bit different from all the other people in my generation sort of doing. And then I ended up meeting Josh the same night, and then now I'm here doing some sets for them. They made me a resident. Yeah.
Set. You look freezing, by the way.
Yeah, I am pretty cold, but no. Yeah, as soon as they got me on, it was just like I felt like I was where I meant to be. Do you know, it's like a family. They took me under their wings. They've really supported me. They've seen that I'm passionate about it, and they've given me that opportunity to, like, you know, put my passion into something and go through with it. I couldn't ask for anyone more supportive. Like, for anyone who's a young DJ like me, to have someone like that come along and really actually see what you're doing.
And what's been really cool, I've been waiting to interview you, but people are still coming in and paying for tickets at like 1:20. I just played my set, and that was one of my favourite club sets I played all year. That was such a vibe. Like, Plymouth is a vibe.
Yeah, it really is. Like, back 20 years ago, like, it was the place to be, and then it kind of took a bit of a descendance, but like, it really is on the up, and like, that's what I love. We're like recapturing what it used to be, like, you know, like 20 years ago, and there's still people that are looking for that vibe, but there's nowhere to really go for it, sort of thing. But we've sort of found this niche in the market where we can provide people with banging sound systems, banging DJs, people like, it might not necessarily be the biggest names, like people that know, but it's going to be top quality music with top quality vibes, and that's the main thing. Like
as well, like, it kind of feels like a little family. Like, everyone has like top vibes. Everyone that comes along is like, gets on with each other, and that's what it's all about. It's all about building like a little family, enjoying the music, having a great time. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Like, being creative.
That's exactly what you need, really. And I think that as time goes by, we need like local promoters and regional promoters more and more, because there's always been the last 10 years a focus on festivals and going to these big things. But reality is, you can't afford that. Like, you can afford a tenner to get in a club and maybe a couple of pints or something, and you just want to have a dance. This is where like proper raving happens, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like, especially now with like a new generation, a younger generation, back in our day, it was pound a pint. Like, you'd go out and you'd only need 10 quid in your pocket and you could have a good time. But these days, it's more expensive, so you've got to give more for your money. And what's happening here is there's top quality music. And like I said, it doesn't have to be the biggest names, but it's showing people like, you don't need to go to the biggest names. There's great talent on your doorstep. And that's what's important. It's introducing that, and it's connecting the old heads with the young heads, and showing them what it's all about, basically. Yeah.
Definitely.
You got people who are parents here. You got people who have come to their first ever rave. People who come with their parents to their first ever rave. I think that's what raving's about. It's about bringing a group of people together who necessarily shouldn't be together, but they all love it because they want to be there and want to be in the music. Yeah. Boundaries get broken. You could speak to someone and they are, you know, in the smoking area here. That smoking area is one of the best ones in Plymouth, right? One of the few that's undercover, the few that's right next to the music. You don't get that anymore. This is like a proper old school place, and keep it this way, definitely.
I'm here with Kat. So tell me everything about the Bedlam Ball and your role within the Bedlam Ball community.
Okay, so my partner Ollie helps run it, and we got invited down to the very first festival. And I didn't know anybody. We're just going as kind of like his plus one, and yeah, it was incredible. Like, they put on such a beautiful party, just lovely people. Really felt welcomed. Really felt like the whole kind of environment and atmosphere of it was just really feel good and really inclusive. And then Ollie and I, during COVID, started getting a sound system together with the help of NoDave, and we've now all come together, and they actually do the sound systems here. So we kind of started helping with yeah, just on this
oh, brilliant!
Ollie and NoDave are definitely the rig monkeys, but I'm definitely sort of the quiet one. But yeah, I'm learning how to do the cables, and yeah, just helping them follow their passion project. But yeah, no.
Oh, that's amazing.
We basically came up to a conclusion a couple of years ago, during the pandemic, that all the venues are closing down, and a lot of people are sending really, really good kit for nothing really. So we were like, let's just grab the balls, or the bull by its horns, and then see what we can make out of it. And next thing you know, we've got some fucking horns.
I've got to say, the boys have really worked hard for it. I think I'm definitely on the sideline, but definitely supporting them from the side. And yeah, they're smashing it. They're absolutely smashing it. And I definitely have a real appreciation for it now as well. Seeing kind of how much care they put into the sound, and throughout the whole night, they're behind the scenes, making sure it's sounding good for everybody, adjusting it for all the different artists, and just really making sure everybody that's on the dance floor is dancing their little trotters off and having a really good time. And I think, yeah, these boys really know how to put on a party, and I think I feel really honoured to kind of be part of that and see it kind of as someone that comes, as a person to enjoy it, but also from behind the scenes. I love it. It's a real special little community, and I think they're really putting unity in community, and I think it's just from these events.
Oh, thank you. Nice one.
I love the outfit.
I love you.
I love you too.
It's stuff like that, it's just, oh.
And then I think we'll wrap it up because it's getting a bit crazy there. What are your hopes for the future?
Well, funny story, so we actually met at Bedlam Ball, at the festival.
Oh, go on, you actually met at Bedlam Ball, Luz?
That was last year that we met there, and we've been together for the last, 15, 16 months now, yeah. So,
Yeah, we're trying to grade together, just having good ideas, and trying to support each other. And I'm so here for what these guys are into. The reason I went to Bedlam Ball was because I believed in what these guys did. And then I met everyone else, and I was like, wow, these are my people. I love it. There's something good going.
Two groups of people, your groups of mates, they're all such legends, and it was just like-minded people brought together, and then it's been beautiful ever since. Yeah.
Brilliant, go on. And all because of the Bedlam Ball. That is lush. Brilliant. You got to sell more tickets. We go.
Come on, make some noise for the Plymouth Hall. I want to see some energy. Come on. Where's my energy crew? Where the fuck are you? Let's see it. Come on.
Brilliant. I mean, you said when we were here earlier, when you were setting up, you were you look out for us because we'll be having a vibe on the dance floor as well, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? I trust the promoter who's actually enjoying it and on the dance floor and not tucked away in an office counting their money or not counting their money or whatever.
Well, there's one thing we don't do is count money, because there's fucking none in it. And if there's one thing we do is count our blessings for having a fucking good bunch of people around us, and good punters, a wonderful venue, a good team. So we count our blessings for that. And I wouldn't count my chickens either.
You haven't got any?
I had one or two. I did.
What vibe does Bedlam Ball bring?
I mean, like the best vibe, really. Like it took like sort of what we loved about festivals like Boomtown and things, and like old school clubbing, but like as much of a sense of community as possible, like, and trying to form a community, really. Like, so like, yeah, it's the vibe we hoped that people wanted and needed, really.
What vibe does the Bedlam Ball bring?
Well, it's inclusive. They accept everybody here. You don't have to come here and worry about who you are. You just have to come here about worrying about having a good time, enjoying it. As long as you get in and amongst it, like, you're welcome here. And that's all we feel here. Absolutely.
Brilliant, thank you so much for having us. What are your hopes for the future of Bedlam Ball?
Just more of what you've seen tonight. Like profits, all this nonsense out the side. Like, as long as this is working, as long as there's enough money in the kitty to do it again, I'm smiling, and so is the rest of the team, and so are the people that are in there.
That's with me.